All right, so I'm not sure how long this video is going to be because, it's cool to be in a warehouse full of Lego, right? Especially when most of it is yours. But at the same time, it's Lego and everybody has seen Lego before. So there's no reason to, keep on showing everybody things that they already know about, right? But at the same time, I wanted to kind of break down some things that are going on operationally and just kind of let you know how we do business here. Everything that you see on the shelves are Lego sets that will be, moving out between now and the end of the year, which is great. Now, there is, and this is for the one curmudgeon on Brick Picker when he'll say, wow, those shelves are great, but I see a lot of empty spaces. We also have some Lego sets in these boxes right here. They're my Lego boxes. They're probably not going to go out this year. They may go out next year, right? So, we're trying to keep things streamlined, and there's really no reason to put Lego sets on shelves if they're not going to go ahead and sell between now and the end of the year. We want to focus on everything that is selling this year so we could just go ahead, grab it. And of course, we do more than just purchase sets from Amazon, Walmart, Target, places like that. We also have some pallets right here that come from some of the merchants that we do business with, and the more quantity we purchase at one time, the more of a discount that they give us, and we're happy to be partners with them. We also have a lot of challenges that we face. Not too many challenges, right? But for now, this is kind of the off season. Now, the good news is we just had Valentine's Day not that long ago, so if you cater to those holidays, Valentine's Day, Mother's Day, and you have, whether it's botanicals, roses, things of that, you'll continue to have some spikes during the year. And that's what you want to have. You want to have those spikes. It would, of course, would be great if you had Q4 year round, but as long as you have the Easter spikes, the, 4th of July, things of that sort, and you cater to those holidays, you will still be able to earn revenue, create capital, and then whenever it comes close to the end of the year, buy all of those sets that are retiring. And there's a lot of good sets that are retiring this year. So at this point, I guess we could go ahead and take a look at some sets that we have. And of course, these are sets that everybody should be familiar with. They should already be retired. And that's what you want. You want to have as many retired sets as possible. You have, of course, the BrickLink sets from BrickLink from that program. Let me pick up the camera and go over here. We have a bunch of Boba Fett sets. I think they might even still be available. I probably want to say if there's one set I bought the most of last year, it was the Boba Fett helmet. Of course, we have right here a set that I believe is a sleeper. A lot of people really don't comment on it. They say they don't like it. I think everybody's in love with the Mandalorian, right? But I think the Boba Fett Throne Room is a very, very good set. And if you buy it at the right price and you know what you're doing, you will be able to make a lot of money off of this set right here. We have the Lego Idea Space Station. Of course, that should be a winner. Lego Idea set. We also have the Chinese New Year, which should be a huge winner. We have some Harry Potter. What else do we have? We have we have some Hedwig. It's starting to get dark here, so I apologize. Of course, we have some Wolf Farms that is not selling well, so we're not going to talk about that. And that's the thing, right? You're going to have some winners, and I don't want to say losers. You're going to have some sets that perform a lot better than others. So, there will be times where you may only have a 40% ROI after the Amazon fees, after shipping, after all of that stuff that some people want to make sure that I don't forget mentioning. But at the same time, if you have some sets that are somewhere around $150, then it all averages out. And of course, it will be better than the stock market. It will be better than usually your 401k. And when I say usually, I'm talking about it will definitely be better than your 401k. We have some cases of the Wally brickheads. We just cracked open. We haven't even really delved into it yet. I grabbed a small case out of the box and I went ahead and I wanted to open it up and verify that the contents that are in there are the contents that were promised to us. We also have the Y-Wing. I was a huge fan of the Y-Wing whenever it came out, and I believe it might be a little bit difficult to see. We have some friend sets up there. I am a huge fan of friend sets, and that's the one theme I think that I have an embargo on. I'll do friends Lego reselling videos for the Patreon group, but unfortunately that's not something that I share with the public YouTube channel anymore. But that's okay. I give everybody a lot of information that they should be able to take that and apply to what they're doing. So of course this area right here doesn't have any shelves, and from that corner all the way to about here. We're looking to install shelves between now and maybe June or July because we want to expand, but we don't want to expand a lot. And I don't even want to say this, we're open to potentially having 1 or 2 vendors go ahead and join us. And I don't want to act like it's exclusive because the last group of people that we had, it wasn't by invitation only. We wouldn't let anybody in other than the Patreon members, but we are looking to, fill up the space a little bit more and then eventually maybe move to a bigger warehouse, which is something that we were talking about doing 6-7 months ago, right whenever we signed the lease on this warehouse. We were already talking about getting bigger and bigger and making sure that there was availability from our landlord to go ahead and give us extra space so we could fulfill more and more Legos. This right here is a pallet of wrapping material that we had. We actually had 2 pallets of those. That was just as high as Andrea's house, but because of Q4, we used a lot of wrapping paper. We need to order more. We also need to order a lot of boxes to go ahead and, fulfill our orders. These right here are Speed Champions, and I'm going to be honest, off the top of my head, I can't remember which Speed Champions they were, but this right here, this pallet right here, these are the Speed Champions Corvettes. Something that we would eventually like to do is we would like to market this type of opportunity to people overseas, right? I talk to a lot of Patreon members overseas, and they talk about how the quantities are very limited, or there's not a large Lego market because of a population. There was a gentleman that was talking to us from New Zealand over on our live chat on YouTube, and he said that there's only 5 million people in New Zealand, and he doesn't think a lot of those people, are particular to Legos and building Legos and buying Legos and consuming Legos. So if you had an opportunity where people overseas can go ahead and distribute capital over to us, and then we could go ahead and acquire quantities and quantities and quantities of Lego, and also have a market to where we could sell that and have ROIs that are better than, any stock or anything like that. That could be a very lucrative opportunity to some people overseas. So that's something that we're thinking about doing in the very, very near future. So that's it. I just wanted to give everybody a brief tour of what's going on in the warehouse. We've been doing this for less than a year. We know where we are as a business. We know where we're wanting to go as a business. And it'll be nice to think about, where we'll be 5 to 6 to 7 years from now, because I've said this in the past that I remember a very, very long time ago whenever I had my 50th set. I purchased my 50th set and I was very proud. I announced it on Brick Picker, and I had some attaboys, good jobs, things of that. And then whenever I got to my 1000th set of buying, I realized, I really didn't accomplish anything whenever I had 50 sets. At the time it seemed like it, right? But I really didn't. And now whenever I look back and I remember whenever I had a basement full of Legos, that was great. But at the same time, looking back, I really didn't accomplish anything, right? So it'll be great to see if I would be able to say 5 to 6 years from now, this is great, but at the end of the day, I didn't accomplish anything because I have a warehouse that is 5 times as big as this. So that's it, friends. Nothing more else to say. Hope everybody enjoyed the tour. If anybody has any questions, feel free to shoot it in the comments section or shoot me an email. I try and make myself available to as many people as I can. If you haven't already, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Once again, I'm Jim with wolfofbricks.com. Always go out there and get it.